The prophet came to the king with a message from God himself. A sacred command was about to be given. God remembered what the Amalekites had done to his people. Now the time had come for justice. God commanded that the Amalekites be completely defeated. Nothing was to be spared. Saul gathered his army. 200,000 soldiers stood ready to march. The army moved out with strength and purpose. The land trembled beneath their march. Saul showed mercy to the Kenites. They had been kind to Israel long ago. He warned them to leave before the battle. The battle was fierce and decisive. Israel swept through the land of the Amalekites. Their king was captured alive, but the people had been defeated. But Saul and his men kept the best animals alive. They were not willing to destroy what looked valuable. God saw what had happened. His heart was filled with sorrow. Saul had turned away from his command. Samuel was heartbroken. He cried out to God through the entire night. The next morning, Saul was not waiting for Samuel. He had gone to build a monument in his own honor. When Samuel finally found him, Saul smiled and said he had obeyed God completely. But Samuel heard the sound of sheep and cattle. He asked, "If you obeyed, then what is that sound?" Saul explained that the army had kept the best animals to offer them to God. He believed he had done right. Samuel stopped him. He said, "Obedience is better than any offering. To disobey God is like the darkest rebellion." Saul finally admitted the truth. He had been afraid of his own men. He had listened to them instead of God. As Samuel turned to leave, Saul grabbed his robe, and it tore in his hand. Samuel declared, "Just as this robe is torn, God has torn the kingdom from you this day. It will be given to another." God does not change his mind the way people do. What he had declared was final. Saul begged Samuel to stay. He asked him to honor him before the people so he could worship the Lord. Samuel agreed. He stood beside Saul before the people, and Saul worshiped the Lord. Agag was brought forward. He came trembling. He knew his end had come. Samuel carried out what Saul had refused to do. The judgment of God was fulfilled that day. Samuel walked away and never saw Saul again. But until his last day, he mourned for the king that could have been.